It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run again on first down. Cook. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The Vikings at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Play to move the sticks.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. 69.
From the gun on third, Hill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hill, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And again, it's Hill. He finds his man, complete. It's Zimmerman. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Hill throwing the out route incomplete. It's Zimmerman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now Hill. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and they make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on second and long. Murray. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before the game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 24, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Up the middle, here's Sermon. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Murray going to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Murray. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Murray. There this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pick up there at 22. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down and 4. Hill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They go play fake, and it's Hill. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Back to Sermon on 1st down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Murray now on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Murray from midfield. Under pressure, they got him again. Uchenna and Rosu got the sack there.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris.
And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
Now Cook running right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Completes it once more to Anderson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Hill. And Anderson puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will finally finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. Back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. You think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses yelling at the offense to take care.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. And great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Murray now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now it's Hill off the bootleg. Touchdown, Vikings! Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Murray off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing now is Murray. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picking it up 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Off of play action, Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they got the turnover, starting a great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a quick throw to McBride. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Again, it's Sermon. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down, it's Sermon.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, no longer.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Uses the stiff arm. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Murray.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Murray now. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Will Harris. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Hill.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings.
Another touchdown through the air for them and for this rookie quarterback at the helm. He has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And now here's another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender.
Now quick hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call. Get back.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was good over the backfield. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
Here's Murray. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Andrew Booth picked up. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
From the gun, Sermon.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And they run once more with Sermon.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards won't be enough. Here's how to bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They're going for it. It's Murray. That's to his running back, complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game.
8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll have that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Shoves him aside. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
First down, here's the run with Cook. Shoves him away. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the final seconds have ticked away in this